Welcome to our LanguageCert ESOL for Schools series. In this video, we will focus on the A1 level preliminary exam, an exam designed for test takers aged 11 to 16 who are learning English as part of their school curriculum or attending short courses in English. We'll explore its structure, break down the tasks, and share sample questions to help you prepare for it. If you haven't already done so, be sure to check out the other videos in the series to get a complete picture of the exam. Let's now dive into the details. The A1 level preliminary LanguageCert ESOL for Schools exam consists of two components, the written and the spoken component. Regarding the written component first, the listening section comprises 4 parts and 26 items. All audio recordings are heard twice, and the total duration of the listening section is approximately 20 minutes. The reading section consists of 4 parts and 26 items in total. The writing section consists of 2 parts, both of them mandatory. Please note that the duration of the reading and writing sections of the examination is 1 hour 20 minutes, and that there is no break in between. Regarding the spoken component, it comprises 4 parts. It is a one-to-one interview with an interlocutor, and its duration is 6 minutes. Let's start off with the written component and the listening section of the A1 level preliminary exam. The listening section of the exam comprises 4 parts. In part 1, test takers are presented with 3 option multiple choice questions and 1 question per utterance heard. Test takers hear them twice and match 7 short statements to letters, words, graphics, and symbols. This task assesses their ability to recognize simple key information in short statements. In part 2, test takers are required to answer 3 option multiple choice questions, 1 question for each utterance. They hear them twice and choose the best reply to 7 short utterances. This task aims to assess their ability to identify functions in short utterances typical of spoken English. In part 3, test takers are once again asked to answer 3 option multiple choice questions, 1 question for each conversation. They hear 6 short conversations with 2 speakers twice and need to identify topic, purpose, context, etc. This part assesses their ability to identify a specific aspect of a conversation. Finally, in part 4, test takers are presented with a form with 6 headings and multiple choice questions to tick the correct information for each heading. They hear the audio recording twice and need to identify the specific information. What this part aims to assess is their ability to extract key information from a dialogue. What about the reading section of the A1 level preliminary exam now? Focusing on part 1 first of all, here test takers are asked 1 3-option multiple choice question for each text presented. There are 6 short texts with 1 gap per text. Test takers need to choose the correct option, A, B, or C, to complete each gap. What is assessed here is their ability to understand the organizational and lexical features of the text. Part 2 introduces a gapped text followed by a choice of 6 options to complete the text correctly. Please note that one choice will be a distractor, that is, a choice that will not be used. This part aims to assess the test taker's ability to understand the structure of a short, simple text. Switching to part 3 now. Test takers are required to answer 7 multiple matching questions to identify information from the texts. There are 4 short texts with a linked theme, but with a different purpose. What is assessed here is the test taker's ability to understand the purpose of the text and locate specific information. The last part of the reading examination, part 4, asks test takers to match each statement provided to the appropriate text. Test takers are required to complete a table with 8 items. This part aims to assess their ability to identify meaning in short texts. A few words about the writing section of the exam now. The writing section of the examination consists of 2 parts, both of them mandatory. Part 1 requires test takers to write 4 sentences, about 30 words, on a given topic. For example, about themselves, their daily life, where they live, what they do, and other people. What this part aims to assess is their ability to write simple sentences to communicate ideas or basic information. Part 2 asks them to write a letter, an email, a note, a card, a postcard or a message in about 20 to 30 words and refer to 2 given functions. For example, where exactly a new building in their city is and why they like it. This writing task aims to assess their ability to write a short, simple text for an intended audience. And what about the speaking section of the exam? The speaking exam consists of 4 parts. In part 1, the test taker is asked to give personal information and answer up to 5 questions. What is assessed here is his or her ability to communicate personal information. The duration of this first part is approximately 1.5 minutes. In part 2, the test taker participates in a situational role play with 2 or more situations. This part of the speaking examination aims to assess the test taker's ability to communicate appropriately in social situations and lasts about 1 minute. Part 3 expects the test taker and the interlocutor to exchange information. They are required to identify similarities and differences in pictures of familiar situations. Part 3 assesses the test taker's ability to exchange information to complete a simple task. This part of the speaking examination lasts approximately 1.5 minutes. In part 4, after 30 seconds of preparation time, the test taker is required to speak about a selected topic, selected by the interlocutor, for about half a minute. Then the test taker is asked a few follow-up questions. Here, what is assessed is their ability to use sentences and produce a piece of connected spoken English. The overall duration of this last part of the speaking examination is 2 minutes. If you found this video useful, please subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Thank you.